I just made this video only an hour ago regards a protest in Ireland with Dolores Carl. No idea who she is, but she obviously knows how to talk. I called the video Ireland We Love You. Then I actually changed it. Beware of controlled opposition. To be honest, I don't really know what the fuck's going on in this world now. I don't know who to trust, who to believe. This whole divide and conquer strategy, by God, is it working? It's working 100% to how, what do you want to call them? Global scum? People call them elite. I'd rather call them global scum. As you know, there's a protest here on the 5th of September. I initially thought, wow, this is going to be fantastic. Thousands of people there. Why did they change the date? Who is running it? I found there's a few people behind it who I have my doubts about. So I'm sitting on the fence now whether to go or not. It's 2 weeks away. Plenty of time before the event. But as I mentioned with the event, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to do your research. Even then, it's hard. It's hard. Who knows whether those behind this, I don't know what to call it, the takeover of the world, they've controlled us for all these years, but it's virtually a complete takeover, a complete 100% control of every single person, and basically it's depopulation to virtually kill 90% of us. They're doing a wonderful job with the elderly now, and you can guarantee the way they're doing this with the children, that their generation and the next generation got no hope. How do you think they're feeling? But anyway, just go back to here. If you watch this, it's pretty inspirational. But what you notice, there's hardly a copper there to do anything. Imagine trying doing this in Melbourne on the 5th. Oh, no way known will you not have hundreds, if not thousands, of police there to stop any sort of protest. But what gets me, this protest sounds great. She sounds great. But what she's saying there, she's not saying that COVID-19 is bullshit. We need people like her to get up there and say COVID-19 is fucking bullshit. It does not exist. Instead, this woman here is promoting hydroxychloroquine. This magic drug that's been around for, 60 years, they're telling us? I've never heard of it. No one's ever told me, well, let's take this hydroxychloroquine when it costs like 40 cents and that'll cure the flu this season. No one's ever told me that once in my lifetime. But all of a sudden, they're praising this wonder drug, saying it's going to cure COVID-19. Hang on. COVID-19 doesn't fucking exist. So that's why, with this march or protest September the 5th, I say you got to be careful. You got to be careful. They obviously have planted people over the years. You can call them what you like, shills, whatever, controlled opposition, your Alex Joneses, whatever you might think of David Icke, whatever you might think of anyone, Max Egan, whatever. People have called me shill, because I put out info as best to my ability. Hopefully that's, there to wake people up. But people call me out to be a shill. Because once you get a name, it's like the old, even in Australia, the poppy syndrome. They like to put you down. A classic example is the golfer Greg Norman, who made his name, but people just like to put him down. They loved it when he choked and he lost a few tournaments. It's the old poppy syndrome. But it's more than that now. People think if you got too much to say, you're a shill. Just like this woman. I'm not saying at all that this woman is a shill, a controlled opposition. By God, I hope she's genuine. Because if we had people like her in every country, this pandemic bullshit would be gone. But it takes me back to, was it 5-6 weeks ago? We got those doctors on the steps, all got together from all around, wherever, not only just America, but, from Africa, to get together and talk to like a handful of people, not 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, a handful of people, telling them the wonders of hydroxychloroquine. And I thought then, what the fuck? Woman comes out, says, I've treated 350 patients with COVID and they all survived from hydroxychloroquine. Hang on, woman. There's no fucking COVID. There's no COVID. We know that. It's a fact. It's never been isolated and purified. Yes, there is coronavirus, but coronaviruses are there to help us to fight off bad toxic cells, to help our, immune systems that aren't functioning properly. So these doctors are pumping hydroxychloroquine. And even Donald Trump's mentioned it earlier. Donald Trump, you think he gives a fuck about you or me? Yeah, hydroxychloroquine's a go. 3 months later, no, we've got the military to actually, get the vaccine into everyone in America. I mean, see what I mean? You just don't know what's going on. So, I just made this quick video. All right. Ireland, we love you. By God, we hope that, this is genuine, but, there's so many things like no police, letting this go, hydroxychloroquine. I mean, fucking hell. Really? A 20-cent drug's going to cure the flu, whatever you say? No. Tell us that COVID-19 is fucking bullshit. Alan Jones, the media man here in Australia, where he's saying a lot of good things, but no, not once has he said COVID-19 is bullshit. Until you hear someone saying COVID-19 is fucking absolute bullshit, does not exist, there is no need to test for something that's not there. The CPR test does not test for COVID-19. It tests for a genetic strand of RNA, which is coronavirus, and every single person, especially the elderly, have it. So there's no even need for testing, but they just use the bullshit test figures. They fudge the figures to suit themselves, to make their bullshit charts go up and down. Yeah, it's going up, it's going down, it's all good, But until someone, says that COVID-19 is bullshit, you have to have second thoughts. Don't let me sway you against this woman or the protest on September the 5th, okay? I am just putting this out there. They're my thoughts, my opinion. We've all got opinions. I'm not here to preach the word to everyone out there. I'm not a fucking messiah. I never fucking have been. I'm just a normal guy that cares for my children and my grandchildren, and I care for humanity, and I want life to go back to how it was when I was a child, when we just went out and we were free to do what we liked. We played on the streets. We never cared about any other shit. We didn't care about politics. We just lived our lives. We went to school. We made friends. We played sport. And that's how I want life to get back to.